What is up, everybody? Chana D, your Techno Dad here, and in today's little quick live stream episode, I'm going to be talking about the very bad update here that happened with Sony's UBP-X700. I think we need to address it just a little bit, so we're going to get into it right after the jump. All right, what is going on, everybody? I can see some people have entered the building. Home theater lover, what's going on? Eric Sanchez, what's up? Styles Life, what's going on? Looks like my stream health is again not so great, but hey, if you guys didn't know, Sony rolled out its update of the UBP-X700 yesterday, May 31st, 2018, and there were some issues. Okay, so we're going to just kind of talk about the issues because there's a whole lot of people that are actually thinking these aren't issues, and they're like, it's okay. What's up, Matthew? Hi from Mammoth Lakes. That's where I'm at. Looks like UK is in the house. So yeah, I think it's really kind of strange, and I don't understand why we're dealing with this kind of nonsense. So why don't we just jump in with the situation, shall we? Now, if you guys are watching on the replay, definitely, say what's up, and I'm glad you're here. Glad everybody's here live. I'm actually not doing a live stream Saturday this week because I've got a piano and guitar recital that I'm putting on for my students, so that's happening tomorrow. So we're doing live today. All right, so here we go. What's up? Greece is in the house. That's awesome. What's up, Christian? What's going on? Who else is in here? Don, hey, what's up? You have the X700. Okay, so here it is. Problem number one. This is what started it all off yesterday, and we're going to get into it. First problem with Sony's update yesterday with the UBP-X700 and Dolby Vision is that there were no instructions. What does that mean? So I was able to update via the internet, no problems, everything was okay. I tossed in a DV disc, and what happened? No DV. It just says HDR, there's no Dolby Vision. So apparently you had to go into setup, screen settings, Dolby Vision output, and then you had to switch that on. So first of all, none of this was mentioned in the update notes that Sony put out. So if you do have this player and you want this update, this is why it's not working. Okay. Now, I think this is really strange. I don't know if you guys do, but I think this is really strange because I had the Oppo UDP-203 before it got the Dolby Vision update. I had the LG UP970 before it got the Dolby Vision update. And guess what happened with both of those players? When you went to update, it did the update. It restarted the machine, said update successful or whatever it says, And guess what? You put in a DV disc and then it plays Dolby Vision. Imagine that. So there's no like menu diving. And some people yesterday in yesterday's video were just like, oh, dude, you got to go here and you got to like go turn it on. Why? Like, is this really how they implemented it to where I have to go digging through menus to just turn on a feature that was supposed to be there from the beginning? I don't know. Anyway, my point is no other 4K player does this. So that's why I was kind of like, I was a bit pissed. I was angry. I was mad. I just got off of work and someone's watching from the ER. Yeah, isn't it, Don? This is unacceptable from Sony. That's what Don says. Okay. Are you guys ready for problem number two? Problem. All right, you can't even see that hand. I got to use my right hand. Derp. Sorry. Problem number two. Sorry, I'm looking down at notes here, okay? Just so I can keep on track with this live stream because I got off work like an hour ago. So I really need to get sleep because I'm tired. I've been up all night thinking about this and like making sure that you guys know what happened, okay? So problem number 2 with Sony's Dolby Vision update for the UBP-X700. When you turn Dolby Vision on, it gets rid of 3D. Okay? Now, I know, like, people don't care about 3D, but listen, hear me out. Hear me out and think about this. I paid $250 for this. If you bought this player, you could have spent $249 or $199 or whatever it was that you paid for it. And we paid for all these features. We didn't pay for features and then features to get taken away when a new feature is given, right? I didn't pay for that. And I went to, I saw a bunch of people talking about it and commenting on my video. Well, 3D's dead. Who really needs 3D? Who watches 3D? Here's the thing. And I'm going to try to, I was racking my brain all night trying to think of an analogy for you guys. So this is what I came up with, okay? Let's say you go to dinner, okay? Nice dinner, nice restaurant, and you order a glass of wine and a steak, okay? Glass of wine and a steak, some red wine, maybe a Pinot Noir, maybe a Cabernet, maybe a Merlot, whatever you like. For me, it'd be a Pinot Noir 2009 from the Russian River Valley. That stuff's really good. Anyway, so you're sipping your wine, right? The server brings your wine, you're sipping it. Steak obviously has to be prepared, so it's not there yet. And after a little bit, the steak arrives. And as the server puts down your steak, he or she takes your wine away. Would you have a problem there? I would. You know why? Because I bought both those things. And I'm paying money to have them both at the same time. And I'm sure you guys figure it out. The wine is 3D or 3D functionality. And steak, obviously, is the Dolby Vision update, right? I paid for both of those things. I should get both of them at the same time. And this is where I don't understand people just like, oh, it's okay. Yeah, you just go turn it off. And then when you want 3D, you go turn it on again or off again or whatever it happens to be. Like, no, I don't understand that thinking. I paid $249 for this machine that was supposed to get a Dolby Vision update, which I didn't like to begin with. What I don't like is that these manufacturers now promise features and use firmware updates as a crutch, and then me and you out there go along with it and think it's okay. Well, I mean, I don't think it's okay, but it seems to me like a lot of people are like, oh, no, it's okay. I'll deal with that. Sure. And it's like, you know, like Sony's done you a favor of bringing you a Dolby Vision and then taking away your 3D. Like, oh my God, that's so awesome. We got Dolby Vision. Oh, well, we can't have 3D. Oh, it's okay. As long as I got Dolby Vision, it's cool, man. It's cool. You know, and that's something I really don't get. And I've seen it in Facebook posts and groups and stuff like that. Oh, it's not a big deal. Oh, it's not a big deal. It's a big deal. You know why? Because it's my hard-earned money and it's your hard-earned money. Like, I don't understand like where we've come to where we just kind of expect this kind of stuff, you know. And let's not even get into the Sony UBP-X700. Are they even going to get the update? Oh, what happens there? Are they going to lose something else? Are they going to lose Dolby Atmos? Are they going to lose, 3D as well? I don't know. And this is what perplexes me when people are just like, okay, whatever. Sure, let's just do it. At least we got it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Raphael, what's going on? So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, is this any kind of ease of use where I have to go click 5 times? I got to click home, setup, screen setting, Dolby Vision, and then turn it on. I got to click 5 times for it to turn on or off, whichever I need at the moment. And then go back and fix it again or change it again whenever I want to watch a 3D movie or when I want to watch Dolby Vision. So it's kind of convoluted, and just to go along with it and think it's okay, like some of the people that have been, commenting on my latest video, I don't really understand why. If we've spent the money, we should get all the features that were advertised with the player, right? Am I right? Why don't you guys let me know down in the comments if you're here live or if you're on the replay, let me know. And if you think I'm crazy and I'm stupid, let me know that too, because, hey, it's a free country. It's a free world. Do what you want to do. Hey, no worry, Chris. This is just an impromptu live stream. Just want to kind of address what happened with the Sony Dolby Vision update for the UBP-X700. Okay, are you guys ready for problem number 3? Problem number 3. Okay. Here it is. Here's the biggest thing. Okay, you guys see these discs? This is Oblivion 4K UHD. This is The Martian 4K UHD. Do you guys know what's up with these discs? They are HDR10, right? So when you put an HDR10 disc into the X700 when Dolby Vision is on, guess what? The player forces these to go in Dolby Vision. That's right. The player forces dynamic metadata HDR to go on movies or sources that have static metadata for HDR. So the player is forcing HDR10 discs to play in Dolby Vision, which I would imagine some people would be like, oh yeah, cool. But no, that's not the way it's supposed to work, and that's totally wrong. And another thing, when you put in a standard Blu-ray, something that doesn't have HDR, it's standard dynamic range, guess what? The player forces that 1080p Blu-ray, it forces Dolby Vision onto that. I don't know how or why, but that's totally wrong. That is totally wrong. It's going to ruin your movie-going experience because everything's going to be wrong. So, just to recap, number 1 problem with the update, no instructions. Didn't tell anybody that you had to go click 5 places and turn on Dolby Vision. Problem number 2, when you turned on Dolby Vision, you lost 3D. Problem number 3, the X700 with Dolby Vision on now forces Dolby Vision on HDR10 discs and 1080p Blu-rays that don't have HDR at all. The player is forcing Dolby Vision onto that as well. What's up, Fade to Black? What's going on, man? Yeah, just talking about these bugs on the Sony UBP-X700 Dolby Vision update. And I want to ask you guys, do you think Sony really messed up here? Yeah, I know you can turn off Dolby Vision. The point is, when you turn it on and play an HDR10 disc, it forces Dolby Vision. And then when you put in like a 1080p like DVD of, whatever, I got a copy of Ninja Scroll on Blu-ray, it tries to put DV onto that. Like, what? Like, that does not make any sense. And the worst part is people are like, it's okay. It's cool. It's cool, man. Like, at least we got Dolby Vision. It's like Sony did us a favor. We did Sony the favor by paying the $200 or $249 or whatever. And this is what I wanted to ask you guys. Do you think Sony should have tested out this update a little bit more than they actually did? Because this situation where it's forcing Dolby Vision onto a HDR10 disc and a 1080p Blu-ray disc happened on my LG OLED. Also happened on the TCL R6 that I have. Fade to Black, I think it happened on yours TV as well. Somebody asked, does Oppo do the same? No, the Oppo does not do the same. The Sony is not acting right because this update is just not right. And I really wonder what was going on through the Sony person's mind that's like, okay, this is good to go. Let's just bloop, send it out. I don't know. I really think it's kind of messed up. So I would like to hear your thoughts. If you're watching on the replay, go ahead and put it down in the comments. Whoever's here live, let's hear about it as well. Yes, Sony has America. Has Sony ever heard of beta testing? I don't know. People like myself would love to get, a pre-production unit, and I would test the crap out of it. I have extra equipment just laying around from what I've bought. Be happy to do that, but I don't know. Like, they totally didn't test this, and they just let it out, and now they have to either pull it or create another patch and, get people like me pissed. I mean, you should be pissed too if you bought one of these things. And that kind of like goes on my next point too, is like, is this just the state of electronics? What are your thoughts, guys? Is this just the state of electronics these days? All these companies, not just Sony, Panasonic, LG, everybody, just using firmware updates as a crutch, releasing products that aren't ready for prime time just so they can meet their deadline and not really care about us consumers, because we're the ones that are putting up the money, and they're just doing whatever they want whenever they feel like, getting an update to us, then they do. How about they just, instead of releasing a 4K Blu-ray player every year like clockwork, instead of releasing one in January, wait till July, August. Let all the bugs be worked out, then release it, and don't release another one for like 2 or 3 years. Is that a possibility? What do you guys think? Like, am I wrong here? And exactly, Fade to Black, exactly. He's saying, this is going to happen. It usually takes 2 or 3 times before the manufacturers get an update right. This is what I'm talking about. Like, they should just not release it until it's ready. I mean, I may be old school. I know I'm turning 40 this year. I may be old school, but fuck, man. If it's not ready, don't release it. Just work on it. Take an extra month. Take an extra 3. Test it out on everything. Test it out on 3 different Vizios. Test it out on 3 different LGs or 5. Now, if you have a Sony TV with an X1 Extreme chip that's going to get the Dolby Vision update, or if you already did, probably already there, and you need a 4K Blu-ray player, then get this one, the UBP-X700, because you don't have 3D, so that doesn't matter. Now, the whole HDR10 or forcing Dolby Vision on HDR10 disc and 1080p disc, that's also a situation. And that's really it. So if you do have this player, bottom line is, if you want to watch something Dolby Vision, you got to go turn it. My suggestion to you is keep Dolby Vision off. When you have a disc that's Dolby Vision, go ahead, turn it on, watch your Dolby Vision movie. Then when you're done with the Dolby Vision movie, turn it off. That's really like what you got to do. So that's what I wanted to talk about with you guys. It's 8:35 a.m. Friday morning, and I actually I got off work an hour and a half ago, so I've been up all night. I started work at 11 p.m. last night. This is California time. 66 people watching right now, and if you're here in the replay, please put down in the comments what you think. Do you think this is pretty lame that all these manufacturers are using firmware updates as a crutch instead of actually producing a product, a solid product, and testing it out before it actually goes to market? That's what I want to know. And if you have this player, good luck. I guess that's pretty much it. Daniel, yes, actually, I have TCL R617 settings coming. I've been messing around with it, and I really got some really great stuff. In fact, today, 10 a.m., that's in an hour and a half from now, I have a 4K sample of me playing Call of Duty on the TCL R617. So definitely look out for that. It's scheduled to release today at 10 a.m. California time. And yeah, exactly. Exactly, Christian. Would you buy a car without doors? Yeah. I know. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, if you're looking for a 4K TV for a dark room, make sure it's got full array with local dimming. Okay? Look, you guys, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're on the replay, thank you for watching. The Sony UBP-X700 Dolby Vision update has some bugs, and I wish that they would have gotten it figured out before they rolled it out. But hey, this is what happens. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And don't forget, 10 a.m. I got a new TCL video coming out today, about an hour and a half. And thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, my name is Chana D. I'm your Techno Dad. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Oh, I got to get way faster at this. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.